Hi guys, so today we are starting a new topic of surface area, area and volume. So we're going to start off with the system that we measure all of these in. So we measure using the metric system versus the imperial system, okay? So we use centimeters versus inches, whatever. So here we've got a nice big conversion table for you. Literally all you have to do for this this exercise is go through and just do some common conversions using these charts as well as another chart I'll show you in a second. So as you can see, here we've got length. Hopefully you should know some of the basics of these anyway. But for example, if you're going from kilometers, say to centimeters, all you'd have to do is times by 1,000 and then times by 100. Okay, so whatever you've got in kilometers, times it by 1,000 and 100. Alrighty? Same thing, like if you want to go from millimeters to meters, it's the same as dividing it by 10 and divide it by 100. Or obviously you can skip straight to there and go, well, that's the same as dividing by 1,000. So just a couple of different notations. So here we've got kilo is another word for 1,000 or 10 to the power of 3. So these are all engineering notation that you'll use if you become an engineer. Here we've also got our digital units. So we look at terabytes, gigabytes, megabytes, kilobytes, and bytes. So a byte is about the size of storage taken up by one character. So when we talk about a character, we talk about a letter or a symbol. So like the money symbol, the @ symbol, a C or an S, etc. That storage is taken up by 1 byte. So you can think about how much can be stored on a terabyte, right? It's huge. So it says here 1 trillion bytes. This is about the size of all the books in a large library. That is huge. Okay, here obviously are a lot of different units as well, but you will have to refer to these for your textbook exercise. Now, I'm not expecting you to write this out, but I am expecting you to have a look through some of them. So here's a couple of interesting units. So a nanometer has the notation nm, right? And it's your fingernail's growth every second, which is crazy. Or the diameter of a helium atom. Okay, so some of these are pretty cool. A megameter is 1,000 kilometers. So this is the distance between Sydney and Brisbane. I don't know, you can have a look through them. Some of them are pretty cool. Then in time, we've got nanoseconds. So 1 nanosecond is the time it takes electricity to travel along a 30 centimeter wire. So it's 1 billionth, I think, 369, yeah. 1 billionth of a second is a nanosecond. So 1 billionth, that is huge. Here we've got 1 millionth. So a microsecond is 1 millionth of a second. That's like, when I say huge, I mean like crazy quick. Yeah, so these are pretty cool. So literally all our examples are just like go from this to this, this to this, this to this, da 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 da. So all you have to do is have a look, like say you're going from like nanoseconds to seconds, well you know that that's 1 billionth of a second. So to go from tons to kilos, going to come over here, we're looking in the mass and we want to go from tons to kilos. So all we have to do is multiply our tonnage by 1,000. So we're going to go 5.8 times 1,000 gives us 58,000. Like it's that easy. Kilometers to centimeters. Okay, so again, we're going from kilometers to centimeters, times by 1,000, times by 100. 16 kilometers times by 1,000 times by 100. We get this number here. Megabytes to gigabytes. Again, here we've got our digitals. Megabytes to gigabytes. Whoa. So we're just going to divide by 1,000, which is so easy. Oh, sorry, not gigabytes. We were looking at kilobytes. Kilobytes. Wait, where are we? Megabytes to kilobytes. Megabytes to kilobytes. So we multiply by 1,000. Kilo, 1,000, etc. All right, 0.3 seconds to this little symbol. So as you can see, we saw that earlier, which was microseconds. So if 1 microsecond is 1 millionth of a second, well, we want to work out, we kind of want to go like the opposite direction. So because 1 microsecond is a millionth of a second, if we want to work out seconds in microseconds, it's kind of like an equation. Like to get seconds on its own, we would multiply through by 1,000,000. So then you'd multiply the other side through by 1,000,000. So 1 second is 1,000,000 microseconds, because 1 microsecond is 1,000,000th of a second. Same thing, like if you've got like, I don't know, tenths versus 10, yeah? So like if you've got something, I don't know, like x is equal to 1/10 of t, then t is equal to, whoops, I don't know why I did that backwards, 10 times x, like that's the relationship we're looking at. So that means it's equal to this many microseconds. Like it's literally that easy. So good luck with it, and don't stress, because I've got here, if you can't find the conversion, I will allow you to use Google. We have this thing called the internet these days that literally allow you to do the conversions for you. In a test, obviously, it's not going to be like, oh, convert paraseconds to kilometers or parasec, right? No, I won't do that to you. Obviously, you should know these ones, right? If you can't tell me how many minutes are in an hour or how many seconds make up a minute, then we've got problems. But if you can't tell me that 1 gigameter is equal to 1 billion meters, I don't care. Obviously, it's a cool thing to know, but like it's fine. So don't stress. Good luck.